What if I told you a child was found inside a cardboard box in the middle of a cold forest? No name, no parents, no missing report, just silence. And for 65 years, the world asked one question: who was the boy in the box? But in 2022, DINA finally uncovered the truth. And the truth was Shimrika. Our mom was more heartbreaking than anyone imagined. Philadelphia, America, February 1957. The city was cold. The air felt heavy and deep in the woods. Someone found something disturbing: a cardboard box, the kind you'd expect to see in a normal home. Not in a forest, not with a child inside. And when police arrived, they realized this wasn't just a crime. This was a mystery that would haunt generations. Inside the box was the body of a little boy. He was around 4 years old. His clothes were missing. His body showed signs of suffering. But the most terrifying part wasn't the scene. It was what came next. Police searched everywhere: hospitals, schools, orphanages. They checked thousands of records. They expected one thing: a mother, a father, a family. Someone somewhere should have been screaming, "My child is missing." But no one came. No one reported him missing. It was like this boy never existed. The case exploded. Newspapers printed his photo. Posters were placed across the city. Police begged the public, "Please identify this child." And for months, people called in with theories. Some said he was kidnapped. Some said he was sold. Some said he came from a secret orphanage. And some people believed something darker: that this child was intentionally erased. No name, no history, no trace, just a box and a dead child. The media gave him a name: the boy in the box. But the real horror wasn't a monster. It wasn't a ghost. It was one simple question: where was his mother? Because no matter what happened, every child belongs to someone. A mother who once held him, a mother who once fed him, a mother who once looked into his eyes and saw her whole world. So how does a child end up alone in a box, in a forest, without anyone searching for him? Was she dead? Was she trapped? Or was she the one who left him? That question became the emotional wound of this case. The police worked hard, but it was 1957. No DNA, no computers, no facial recognition, no social media, and the boy's fingerprints didn't exist in any database. They even tried something desperate. They took his body and made it public. They hoped someone would recognize him. But even after that, nothing. Years passed, then decades. The boy in the box became one of America's most famous cold cases. People grew old, detectives retired, but the boy remained nameless. As time passed, theories got crazier. Some believed the boy was part of illegal adoption. Some believed he was from a secret experiment. Some believed the government covered it up. And some people even said the forest was cursed, because how could a child die and no one knew who he was? It felt supernatural, not because of ghosts, but because of how impossible it was. A child in a city and nobody knew him. Then came the year 2022. After 65 years, a new generation of investigators took the case. And this time, they had something powerful: DNA technology. They took preserved evidence and created a DNA profile. Then they used genetic genealogy, the same method used to catch killers, by finding distant relatives through DNA. And slowly, a family tree started forming. Names appeared, connections formed, and finally, after 65 years, the boy in the box had a real identity. The boy's real name was Joseph Augustus Zarelli. For the first time in history, the world stopped calling him Boy in the Box. He was Joseph, a real child, a real human, not a mystery, not a headline, not a case file, just a little boy who deserved a life. And now the next question hit even harder. What happened to Joseph? Investigators didn't reveal every detail, but what they confirmed was enough. Joseph was born in 1953. He had family. He had relatives. He wasn't from nowhere. But for some reason, he was never reported missing. And that suggests something terrifying. Someone close to him hid his existence. Maybe he was unwanted. Maybe he was abandoned. Maybe he was trapped in a home where nobody cared. Or maybe the people who should have loved him most were the ones who hurt him. And that is the most painful truth. Sometimes the scariest thing isn't a monster, it's humans. For 65 years, people chased theories, aliens, secret labs, conspiracies. But the real story was much simpler and much sadder. A child lived and died without the world knowing his name. But in the end, science gave him something powerful, identity, because even if justice is delayed, even if the world forgets, DNA doesn't. So tonight, remember this. The boy in the box was never a mystery. He was Joseph, and he deserved to be remembered.